Hi everyone. So recently we received some feedbacks from our viewers when we introduced our Obsidian F2 drone. They say that Sub250 drones, they can actually fly up to 150 over kilometers an hour below 250 grams. So today we're going to dwell into this subject. Before we start talking about that, let me show you all a video. This video was shot by our colleague Joe using an F2 drone. The entire distance is about 1.2 kilometers to 1.3 kilometers. And you can see the drone is actually swerving around and not flying in a straight line. At the end of the flight, you still retain about 30 to 40% of the power. So the actual range of this drone is approximately about 4 to 5 kilometers from battery completely charged to completely drained. So when we design this drone, what we want is, we want a drone that is sub-250, flight fast, and a reasonable flight time, similar to that of 3-inch or 5-inch drone. When in an environment where you have to use a sub-250 drone due to maybe regulation or easy to carry, you can do videography with cinematic with this drone, as much as a 3-inch or 5-inch drone. So when we receive the feedbacks about our drone, of course we know about this. The first thing we ask them is, how long is your flight time? Now their drone flight time is around 5 to 7 minutes maximum. Firstly, both of these drone flight time is about 10 to 12 minutes. Cruising speed from battery fully charged to completely drained. If you're flying at cruising speed, the maximum time is around 10 to 12 minutes. Actual usable flight time is around 5 to 7 minutes or so. For them, their drone uses a 1500 motor, which is actually a 3-inch motor. The motor we use for this drone is a wood motor, which is for 2.5 inch. So you need to understand, when the drone uses a heavier class motor, you can bring up the speed, but at the same time power consumption is higher as well. So you end up with a lesser flight time. For example, this drone, we can operate at a usable radius of around 2 kilometers, because you need to fly around and come back. For their drone with 5 to 7 minutes maximum flight time, actual usable flight time could only be around 1 to 2 minutes. So maybe they can only operate around within 1 kilometer radius. Now I show you another video. As you can see, our colleague Joe flew all the way up the mountain to dive. This is also done with our F2 drone, mountain surfing. Now, will you dare to do this with such a short flight time drone? It's not uncommon for a drone manufacturer to use a heavier class motor to bump up the speed. There are many 3.6-inch drones in the market that does that, using a 5-inch motor to achieve 180 kilometers an hour. If we want to do that, we can also reduce the weight of our 3-inch drone before 250 grams. We also have a 1500 motor, and it will fly more than 200 kilometers an hour. But that means that the user will have to change battery every 1 to 2 minutes of flight. Does it make any sense? What can you do with short flight time? Ask yourself. You can't even race with that, because heavier class motor means less maneuverability, less efficiency on the small drone and the prop. In races for wood, no one uses higher class motor, only lower class motor to increase maneuverability and less drifting. That's not performance, it's just brute force. So the question is, why would manufacturers do that? Don't they know that? Answer is yes, of course they know. But most FPV pilot doesn't know that. This is what they choose to buy. 90% of FPV DIY drone builder thinks drone building is just buying motor with a bigger lumber and solder, and voila, the drone is fast. Some hobbies think just because they can solder motor, they automatically become expert in drone building. Who wants performance in the drone? Firstly, racers, correct. Their concern is speed, acceleration and agility. They don't really care how it looks like as long as it's faster than others. Then professionals who need drones to work. They look more towards functionality over aesthetic. But they are only a small percentage of FPV pilots. Majority treat drone as a fashion statement. You want high vanity numbers. Drone looks like they don't really care about performance. Drones look like sci-fi with blinking lights. They are not really concerned about performance. They only fly a short while once in a while. So if any drone company cater only to racer and pros, they will likely starve. Their company will close down. If all the drone company focus on purely performance, then the drone will all look awfully boring. Just like in F1 race, you see all the cars look similar due to aerodynamic. So today's lesson is, when you buy a drone, don't just look at certain number, look at the whole story. Choose one that works for you. What do you want the drone for? If you want one that looks fierce to show off, then buy as an ornament with all the lights and stuff and other weight. Alright, that's all I had for you all today.